Alright, hey guys, it's me again. So this is going to be a setup video for the hidden blades. So obviously if you're a customer who's bought one of these hidden blades from me, then this essentially is the steps you should follow once you unbox this thing and how to set it up properly so that it works nicely when you use it. Before we jump into that though, I just want to answer a few quick questions because my DMs are just exploding at the moment. I cannot keep up with the amount of messages I'm getting. But a lot of it's the same questions, so I just want to fire off some answers real quick with those. So first one was, will I be restocking? The answer is yes. I'm currently working on some more units, and they should be on the Etsy page hopefully within a week or so. So yes, I am restocking in a week's time, so be prepared for that. Second question was, do I ship to various countries? And the answer is yes, we have worldwide shipping. Obviously shipping rates depend on where you are in the world, so I can't give you obviously a shipping price estimate because it depends on how far away you are from me, but yeah, I think it's pretty reasonable. And the other question was the prices for the units. So obviously, as you know, we have the hybrid blade model, we have the single blade model, and we have the dual extended. The single blade works out at around $68 US. The dual extended and the hybrid are the same price, and they're a little bit more expensive because they A, require more time to put together, and B, they have extra components and need extra parts that the single blade model doesn't have. So they work out at around $77 US for those ones. Cool. Alright, another question I get asked is, the string on the ring, well, the string, does it already have the ring on it? The answer is no, so I'll show you how to set that up in a second. And it comes extra long so that you can adjust this to any hand size that you like. The straps also come extra long as well, so you can adjust them to suit whatever arm size there is. Okay, so I think that pretty much covers most of the questions that I've been getting. Most of the same stuff, but anyway, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who bought the first run of these. I know some of you are getting them at the moment, so yeah, I hope you guys are happy. I'm always there if you guys need any help or support with your products, and I'm more than happy to do any repairs and offer that service as well. So yeah guys, mad shout out to you. Okay, so let's jump right into it. Okay, so out of the box, this is what you should have. So you have your hidden blade model. Obviously this should be the one that you ordered, whether it's single, dual blade or hybrid blade. You should have your ring. Now the color of the ring should be the same color as the blade, and it's obviously the size of the ring that you chose when you purchased it. So we have sizes from 8 to 13, and obviously we're talking about the size of your right hand ring finger, like that. You should have two straps, two arm straps, one long one and one shorter one. And then we should have your repair kit. Now in your repair kit, depending on what model you've bought, you should have an extra 2 elastics. So if you bought a hybrid blade or a single blade, you should have 2 large elastics and 4 smaller elastics. And if you bought a dual extended blade, you should have an extra 2 mini elastics. Now these ones are really small, so be very careful you don't lose them, but they'll be in the bag. There should be 2 little small elastics, so look very carefully for those. And you should also have your sandpaper sheet there as well. Alright, so that should be everything. So first of all, obviously make sure it's the right hidden blade that you got, and then make sure you've got everything else in the package as well. Now the first thing I would do is just wrap the string around your finger like that and give the blade a pull. Now obviously the blade should come out like that, and give it another pull again and it should come back in. Now it's very important, do not put your hand in front of the blade, and make sure the string is not crossing over the blade path, because this will stop it to stop it from coming out fully or retracting fully. Okay, so you want to make sure that blade has a nice clear projectile path. Okay, now if you do pull the string and it hits your hand like that, obviously the blade will stop, it will not keep pushing through. All you have to do to reset the blade is to pull it all the way out until you hear a little click. That means it's now locked in place, and then that should be the blade reset. Same applies for if it was to retract. Let's say I was holding the blade and I pulled the string like that. You can see now the blade's loose. What you want to do is push it in until you hear it click in and lock into place, and that should work again. So just make sure there's nothing in the way of the blade, and it should work perfectly just like that. Okay, so that's how you reset it if you ever get in the way of the blade. Alright, so now the important thing is if that isn't working out of the box, so if you pull the string and it doesn't work, obviously something has gone wrong during the shipping process, because all the blades that we dispatch, they are tested before they leave, and they work, and so if they're not working when they get to you, something's happened during the shipping. Most likely it's going to be an elastic that's failed in there. If it's something else, make sure you send me a message and we can sort through that, but nothing should break. Slim chance an elastic breaks in there during shipping somehow, whether it's exposed to heat, that kind of thing. In that case, watch the maintenance video when that comes out and I will show you how to replace your elastics, okay? Alright, cool. So how do we size this thing first? Now the way I would recommend doing this is putting the straps on first. So we'll go ahead and unravel them. Now there's probably going to be a cable tie on there, so just cut that with some scissors. So pull off one and undo the other. Alright, so you can see here we have one longer strap and one shorter strap, this one here. Now the shorter one obviously goes at the front of the arm and the longer one goes at the back of the arm. So what you want to do is thread this through your hidden blade. Now make sure when you do this, the fluffy side of the Velcros, you see there's a rough side and a fluffy side. Make sure the fluffy side is facing down, okay? Because you want the fluffy side to be on your arm. It can be quite uncomfortable if you put the jagged side on your skin. So we'll start off by putting the big loop through the back two holes here. Fluffy side down, just like that. Thread it through the top like so, until it's around halfway through the strap. And then take the end of the Velcro and push it through the other side, like this. So that now it should be set in the middle, like that. Fluffy side down, nothing on top. Then we'll take the other one here, thread that through again. Now this one's the shorter one, remember? We'll push that through and pull it through like that. Okay, so now you have threaded the straps onto your blade, so it should look like this. Then the next thing that we are going to do is put the string through the ring. Now this is very important. You pay attention to the way you thread this through the ring. So if we look at this, look at the little arrow on the top of your blade. So we zoom this in a little bit. So you can see the arrow on the ring. Now the way it is pointing up, it will always point to the larger hole on the blade. Well, I mean on the ring, sorry. And the fat side of the triangle, this bit down below, will always be towards the thin hole or the smaller hole. Okay, now it's important that when we thread this onto the string, we thread it through the small hole first, and then it comes through the big hole. So I'll show you that right now. So you can see small hole there, big hole there. We're going to put it through the small hole side like that. You can see that's on there now. And we're going to pull that through just like that, okay? Now I'll zoom you back out. Alright. So now that the ring is on the string, what we're going to do is flip our blade upside down, just like this. We are then going to place the ring on our ring finger. Remember, this is designed to be worn on the right arm. Most people are right-handed, so this will be more comfortable and it should operate a lot smoother on the right arm. So we'll put on the ring like that. See, the string is still through the ring there. We're going to flip our arm upside down. Other thing I would recommend is wear a long sleeve when you wear this, because it will elevate the blade off of your arm, and that way it's not going to hit your skin or anything like that when it's coming in and out. So I would recommend you wear a sleeve. Okay, get it to where it's comfortable. You should have a bone on your wrist right around here. I think that is your radius bone, I believe. And you want to kind of line that up with the tip of the blade like that. Okay, then we're going to take our strap, hold it down with your finger and pull over the other strap like this. Repeat this process again, down, and bring up the other strap like that. Okay, so now the blade should be mounted to your arm like this. Alright, so what we want to do, the way we're going to size this ring is we are going to pull the string and bend our finger like this. So take your ring finger, bend it down so that it is touching your palm, kind of like a weird Spider-Man look, and then pull the string so that it's tight. So you can see how that string's nice and tight there. Then what I'm going to do is with my left hand, I'm going to hold the point on the string where it goes into the hole. So I'll just zoom that in for you guys. So here, finger down like that, pull the string so that it's tight, and then I'm going to grab on the string right where it goes into the hole on the ring, okay? So just like that. Cool. Alright, then we're going to remove your finger from the ring. Make sure you keep a hold of this string where you've marked it. And then what you can do is take your right hand, the one wearing the blade, and grab it at the same point, like that, okay? We're going to unstrap our blade, like that. Zoom you back out. Alright, now we have the point on the string where we need to tie the knot. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Tie the knot here. Make sure you don't lose that point on the string. Okay, so you can see that now I have the knot on the string. Now, do not pull this very, very tight the first time you do this, because chances are you will need to adjust the length of the string. Very rarely do you get it perfect the first time. So you can see I've left that knot a little bit loose there. And make sure you do not cut off the excess string until you have it sized perfectly, because you'll want to adjust this, and if you don't have any string to adjust it with, then it's going to make it really difficult for you. Okay, so then what you can do is you can see how there is that bigger hole on the ring. You'll actually be able to pull the knot into that hole like that. So you can see now that the knot is seated in the hole on the ring. Okay, cool. Now we have to test and see if we got it right. So again, lie it face down on the floor or on your leg or something like that. Put the ring on the finger. Put your hidden blade where you want it and re-strap up. Like so. Now the blade should be mounted to the hand. Now the important thing is you don't want any materials of the sleeve in the way of the blade. So I think you can see that there. There's a bit of material in the way of the blade, that right there. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that down like so. And now the blade will be elevated off my wrist, and you can see nothing is in the way of the blade path. So go ahead and give it a pull. Alright, the blade should come out and it should come back in like that, okay? So you can see with this one I probably need to shorten the string just a little bit, but it works quite well just like that, okay? Now if you want to, or if you have just a little bit too much string, instead of retying the knot, you can actually just position the blade further back on your forearm and make sure the strap is nice and tight. So I'm going to do that now. Alright, just like that. Cool. Go ahead and tuck that material down so it's not in the way. And there we go. Awesome. Alright. Cool. So you see that now it works. Obviously play around with it, have some fun. It should work perfectly now. And you can see that right there. Works awesomely. So now you should have plenty of room for your hand to move around. You obviously don't want this to be too restricted. You don't want it to be to the point where you have to hold a fist all the time. So you can see I have quite a bit of room here. I can move my hand around, I can do things with my hands, I can pick up stuff, you know, it's not any issue. But then when you want to open the blade, you can pull it out. And that's how you know that you have the string the correct length, like that, okay? Alright, so now we can go ahead and take the blade off. Cool. Now if you are happy with the length of your string and you don't want to change it, you can go ahead and pull the knot really, really tight. push it into the hole in the ring and then cut the excess off with some scissors. However, I would recommend you leave just a little bit of string in case in the future you want to adjust the length of the string some more. Alright, cool. So that is how you set up your hidden blade. The only other thing we need to cover now is modifying the blade so that it's pointed. So you can see on this hybrid blade here how we have the square safety tabs. So all of the blades will come with a square tip. But with the hybrid and the single blade, we can actually snap these off. So what you will need is a pair of pliers, just like this. It'll make it a lot easier. And if you have a dual extended blade, I would suggest you get a pair of scissors. Okay, all we need is just the sandpaper sheet that is in our repair kit. Alright. Now I'm not going to be demonstrating modifying the blade on this hybrid blade because this is actually for a customer. But I will show you on the dual extended and the single blade, okay? But this one is exactly the same as the single blade, you just need to snap them off with a pair of pliers. Okay, cool, so here we go. So as you can see, this is the blades of the single blade model and the dual extended. So I'm going to be starting off with doing the single blade model. So what you want to do is take the pliers, we're going to grab a corner of the blade tab like this. So you can see I'm not actually holding the blade, I'm holding just the tab. That's very important. You don't want to damage the blade itself, you just want to snap the tab off. You can see on the back we have the gap there. Now it's important with the pliers we always snap up, snap upwards, okay? You never want to snap down, you want to snap up. Alright, here we go. So I'm going to do this one now. So here we go. Squeezing nice and tight with the pliers, we're going to snap up and that should come off just like that. And then we will do the other side here. Alright, cool. Okay, so now you can see we have removed the safety tabs off the blade. And there they are, there's one of them, and there's the other one. So you can obviously go ahead and throw these out. But you can see the blade has a rough edge to it. You can see there's bits around the edge. So this is where we need our sandpaper sheet. So go ahead and get your repair kit. Alright, here we go. And here is the sandpaper sheet from your repair kit. So pull that one out. Now what you want to do is work on the rough edges. Now if you have a pair of scissors, you can trim off some of the bulk. Just like that. There we go. Now that's cleaned up a little bit better. Then what you want to do is take your sandpaper sheet and in nice brush stroke motions we're going to go over the edge of the blade. Now it's very important that you just do one direction, okay? Don't go back and forth like this because you'll create a flat spot. Just do sweeping motions over the sandpaper sheet like that. Alright, now you can see we have a perfect blade. So the tip is now nice and pointy, and that is how we make the single blade model nice and sharp. So yeah. Alright, next I'm going to be showing you the dual extended. Now with the dual extended blade, you do not want to use the pliers. I repeat, do not use pliers, okay? You don't want to bend this. Instead, just use your scissors, okay? What we're going to do is, if I zoom you in nice and close now, we're just going to cut around the border of the blade. So you can see where the square bit attaches on there. That is where you want to cut. Do not actually cut the blade, obviously, you just want to cut the bits off that are around it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Like that. Okay, so you can see now I have trimmed the bits off here. And then the same thing that we did with the single blade we do with the dual extended. Now make sure when you sand this you're not holding on to the second tier, hold on to just the blade piece itself. And again, we're just going to do gentle sweeping motions like this. Remember, a little bit of sanding goes a long way, do not press really, really hard. Nice and gently, just let the sandpaper take the material off. Alright, that's looking pretty good. Okay, and obviously just get rid of the burrs on there. So if you see any edges left like this from the sandpaper, go ahead and just give it a little gentle rub on the paper, and that should take those edges off like that. Okay, and there you go. Now you have your modified dual extended blade. So that's how you make that one pointy, just like that. Awesome. Alright, so the hybrid blade is exactly the same as the single blade. So you're just going to snap them upwards with the pliers, okay? So that one can be snapped off like the single blade model, alright? Nice and easy. Alright guys, so that wraps up the setup video for the hidden blades. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I know it's quite long, but it's really important we go into detail on this thing. So yeah guys, I just want to say a huge massive thank you to everyone who got one of these and everyone who's looking to buy one of these. I hope you love them when you get them, and please follow the setup video so you get the best experience possible. And just know that I'm always there if you guys need help with any of your products. Never feel, you know, shy or anything. Like, send me a message and we can fix anything, okay guys? So yeah, this is awesome. Really appreciate it. Very grateful for that. And yeah, that pretty much sums it up. So I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.